Does Ne Zha 2 live up to its $2 billion grossing worldwide status as one of the great blockbusters of all time? Up next at Mark at the Movies.
Immortal or demon?
So, over the weekend, I had an opportunity to see Ne Zha 2. And if you haven't heard of Ne Zha 2, it's a Chinese film, and Ne Zha, we had to go back and watch the first Ne Zha film in order to be able to see Ne Zha 2. And what is Ne Zha all about? Well, Ne Zha is a legendary deity from Chinese culture or folklore, and it appears in Taoism and Buddhism, and etc. I'm not really super familiar with a lot of the folklore here, so I'm not going to get into a lot of details of it, but I will say, got the opportunity to see the first one. The first one is a really fun kids movie that really sets the tone, gets you interested in understanding and up to date on the characters and what all the folklore is about. And the first one really, and I'm not going to lie, it's a little complicated if you're not familiar with the culture. And this is the basic premise of Ne Zha. Ne Zha is this idea that a primus extracts a mixed yuan bead into a spirit bead and a demon bead. So two beads, and what happens is these beads, another character tricks everyone, and two different human-like figures are put into these two beads. One's a spirit bead, one is a demon bead. Ne Zha becomes the demon bead, and he has very kind and loving parents. And then the spirit bead is this other child who comes from the, we'll call the underworld, filled with dragons. So this kind of yin and yang, two characters where their destinies are together, and they have to, or they come together to fight the forces of evil. Ne Zha, the character, is, the first film, to be honest, is pretty unlikable. So I was wondering what was going to happen in Ne Zha 2. Well, let me tell you, the second half of this film is as good as any blockbuster out there. The animation is top notch, not just for a cartoon or an animated film. It's top notch for a high level Marvel film, a high level DC film, a high level Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson film. Some of this animation is the best animation I have ever seen, comparable to the best animation of all time, which I saw in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's how good this animation is. It is a fantastic film to watch. The final battle, it goes on for over an hour, and it is spectacular. There's a couple twists in the narrative that I never saw coming that made it really fun and enjoyable to watch. The characters are lovable. The character of Ne Zha, in particular, the main character, you end up rooting for him. You want him to succeed. And this movie goes dark for a semi-kids movie. There's some parts of this film that are really tough and difficult and dark, and I'm here for it. Which means that it's really a film for both kids, older kids and adults. Now, the first half of this film still kind of hedges into a kind of the first film territory. A lot of farts and butts and poop jokes for the kids, and it kind of gets, there's so many of them, getting even into the second act that you're like, okay, got it. But then it takes a turn, and this movie just takes off. Is it worthy of a $2 billion film? I don't know. I mean, the Force Awakens is a $2 billion film. Both Avatar films are are 2 billion. I mean, the first Avatar is almost a $3 billion film, and I wouldn't put any of those films in my top 25 of all time. But are they worthy blockbusters? You better believe they are. And for me, Ne Zha 2 is absolutely, that second half of the film is as good as anything in The Force Awakens. It's better than anything in Avatar 1 and 2 as far as the visuals and the storytelling goes. This is an excellent blockbuster style film, and I'm here for it. I can't wait for the third Ne Zha film. Now, I don't claim that I understand all of it. Some of the culture stuff and some of the stuff that's more nuanced, that if you were part of and immersed into the culture, you would probably understand it. Some of the characters and the names, I was trying to describe it to the person that I went with. At the end, I was like, that guy that did this and this guy with this characteristic, and we kind of had to figure it out because there's a lot going on and there's a lot of characters in this piece. But I'll tell you, I highly recommend it to go see it in the theater on a big screen. The sound and the visuals are an A plus plus plus. The storytelling is great. The dubbing by the actors and actresses that participated in this are top notch. This is a wonderful film. I give it 3.5 stars. I'm so blessed that I got to see it in the movie theater. I strongly suggest that you go see it on the biggest screen with the best sound that you can. So that's my review of the sixth highest grossing film of all time, Ne Zha 2. How about you? What did you think of Ne Zha 2? Are you going to go see it? Not a lot of Americans have seen it so far. Put your comments down below. Tell me what you thought of Ne Zha 2 or if you plan to go see it. Like and subscribe this video. Let's talk about movies right here at Mark at the Movies.